Yes, indeed. It's Wednesday. That means lawyers, guns, and money at 421 on your Wednesday drive. Ben Adams, Jeremy Feets, brought to you by TheLawFirm.com. And I can tell, let's see, Jeremy was not in court today.
I was not. I'm wearing
He's wearing a polo
casual
shirt and blue jeans. And Ben obviously was in court today. He's wearing a monkey suit, and he wants to get out of his pants as soon as
For the record, in the 4 or 5 years we've been doing the show, this is the first time I'm better dressed than either of you two clowns.
Yeah.
For the first time.
It's true.
I know.
Yeah.
Usually I'm in paint-covered shorts and a half-ripped T-shirt.
Yeah. You look lovely.
Thank you.
Really?
I was so busy today I didn't even have time to take it off. That's.
Do you want me to leave you guys alone?
It's a nice tie. Yes, he's very lovely.
You're beginning to freak me out at this point.
Very
All right.
cute. All right, what's up, boys?
Well, one thing that hit the news wire this week, interesting, was that the government wants to stop using private prisons. So Ben probably knows more about this than I do with his background in, criminal defense work.
I've always thought that was the weirdest, worst idea.
It's terrible.
In history. I mean, and then you read about what goes on, and they're making a S-load of money.
Well, I'll remind everybody that in 2011, a Pennsylvania judge was sentenced to the rest of his life in prison because he was getting kickbacks from the private juvenile facility for sending kids there. He sent kids there as young as 10 years old. I have 2 kids, 9 and 12 years old, and I cannot imagine sending one of these, little hearts off to juvie camp, and this guy was sending people there.
What surprises me, not that he got life. What surprises me, some parent didn't put a bullet in him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, honestly, if your kid got sent to prison because the judge was taking kickbacks, and your kid went off to, I'm not saying I would do that. I'm just saying I'm surprised somebody didn't lose it and just whack him.
Oh, it's remarkable what he sent people to prison for. Everything from simple things like drug paraphernalia, which you need a scolding for that, but if you're a youth. But if you've never had a criminal record, you don't go off to jail or camp for months. But how about this? Stealing a jar of nutmeg. He sent someone else away for posting web page spoofs about one of the assistant principals at the school.
Holy crap.
And for that he was sentenced to 3 months hard time at one of these camps. And the judge is receiving kickbacks for this. So, it just goes to show you what happens, what can happen when you have private industry profiting from the criminal justice system and profiting from sending our children, let alone all the grown-ups that are being housed in federal prison that we're all paying gobs of money for. And basically the government did a study, and they determined that the government's not saving a bunch of money. There's really no benefit to all these private prisons, and all we're doing is sending more people away, enriching private corporations with taxpayer dollars to keep our citizens locked up for things they probably don't even need to be locked up for.
Now, this decision was made recently, as you mentioned. What I read the other day was it covers less people than one would think, because somebody explained that. I mean, it's...
Well, not every federal prisoner is in a private prison, for
right,
one thing.
right.
And the order wasn't quite as sweeping as we're shutting you all down immediately either.
Yeah, okay.
So.
They're heading in that direction. They've expressed a desire to shut them down. They can't obviously flip a switch because where are all those people going to go?
Right.
But the total is about 15% of people in federal prisons are kept in private prisons. But when you say that's all,
well, yeah, there's.
Let's talk about the statistics of the
prison.
People that are in prison.
Yeah. Remember that America, the land of the free, has more people in prison than any other country on earth, including China, with a population 3 times as big.
Right.
Yay, America, freedom. I think I'm torn about it because as a libertarian, obviously, the less the government does, the better. On the other hand, I think that the dilemma is that these corporations then spend money lobbying lawmakers to do things like, for example, keep cannabis illegal because they want people filling their cells. I think a compromise might be possible in a sane world where government could save money, prisoners would be humanely treated, and corporations didn't get to call the shots. But since we don't live in that world, shut them down.